Do-do-do-do. Let's get out the flashlight. And battery on and protected. Is ground power really available? No, it ain't. Connected GPU. Bring the panel brightness down a bit. Okay, it takes a while to load up passengers on this airplane, so we're gonna go and get that done straight away. Go homepage, fuel weight and balance, airside services, page 2, load OFP, 0 fuel weight 140.2. Go down to the weights. 140.2, fuel 17,000. Yep, that all looks good. Go and activate that. Gotta start getting this stuff done quickly. I don't know if the voice volume is okay right now. Maybe the gain is a little bit too high. Put it back down to 12. So I think that should be good. Alright, rest of the overhead. Get the IRSs in nav mode. Go and turn that on up there. 7 minutes. Tank of gas on. There's the ground power. It's fine. Switch it over to the APU. Battery's got 29 volts. Let's get the APU fire test done quickly here. Okay, that looks fine. Just looking at our route real briefly here. So O'Hare 9 direct to Kaminsky. And chipper 1 from Matthew for 26 right. Chipper 1 from Matthew. And approach start 26 right. Get it from Zello. Alright, 8PU, 113 volts, and frequency is 400 basically, so that looks good. Except that. Ground power. Go bye-bye. And back to Avi tablet. Let's get the rest of these charts here. I think we'll just need 2 more. Airport chart and the parking gates chart, and that's it. Rest of the overheads, lighting looks fine. Put the emergency lights into... Why can't I grab the... That's armed, that's on. Armed down, protected, okay. Fasten seatbelt signs. Let's give it an auto and see how that works. See how the... They've done the cleaning already? Sweet. Won't say no to that. Window heat, leave that off for now. Put the probe heat on. I've got the electric 2 and the electric 1 hydraulic pumps, which is good enough for the time being. And let's get the packs going here. Trim air on. Cruising altitude for the flight is 360. We have that set already. And landing altitude in Atlanta. Oops, excuse me, going the wrong way. Touchdown zone elevation 26 right is 990. Set it at 1,000. Voice recorder on. 2 minutes to alignment. Okay, overhead looks good enough for now. Got some lighting over here. We did get our squawk code 3275. And let's get the weather. CTAF. $127.50. That's in. because they're not quite simulated like way. That's okay. And the weather was winds 1203, 10 visibility 10 miles, few clouds 5,000, temperature 22, altimeter 3,000. That is set. FMC. What's up, Gerald Jones? Hey, hey. Happy Monday. Hope you're having a good one. We're just getting started here. So, KORD. How's your day going so far? 4158 and 8753, 4158, 8754. That's good enough. Nine center. We are Delta 1477. Given the new Level Up 737 a run. Yeah, mine's going well. I've been kind of preparing the airplane today. I came out late last night, and I had to set up a lot of hardware controller. Took it on a little test flight. Make sure all my peripherals and my peripheral hardware was all set up, because it is a new plane. I didn't have the version 1 or any previous version. So yeah, I spent a good bit of the day doing that. Go ahead and activate that flight route. Set up our departure. Did your circuit boards come over the weekend? 9 center. Execute that. And arrival chipper from Matthew for 26 right. Take it at Zello. You doing any flying today? Just set that up the way it is now. That'll be fine. Oh, nice. Exciting. The plan mode, and we'll just skip through our little waypoints here. Kaminsky. Put the data up here. Alright, that looks good. What's up, Vintage? How are you today? Gonna go and put the Level Up through its paces here. Let's see how she is. Full disclosure, I took it on a very small test ride just to make sure my hardware was calibrated and all of the buttons I need working on my hardware were working in the sim. I didn't have any legacy profiles for my hardware for the Level Up, so it took a little bit of time. Very tired. I'm sorry to hear that. Get some rest. Okay, so the route looks good. Back to map mode. And go to the init page now. And we're cruising at 360. Ooh, yeah. You need to get your circadian rhythm back. Average cruise winds. Directly north at 19. Quite interesting. 0 at 19. Atmosphere looks calm. Top of climb temperature, negative 47. So that's going to be about 53, I think. Ooh, nailed it. Trans altitude 18,000. Our cost index is 35. And our fuel reserves are 5.7. Zero fuel weight. I think the passengers are all on now. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh, nearly. That's okay. I'll get my zero fuel weight over here. 140.2. And the planned fuel is 17. Giving us a gross weight of 157.2. Yep, I'll take that. Okay, so active perf init is active. And we'll go to SimBrief for our performance. Sounds like they just closed the cabin door. 156.7, I'm good with that. Temperature looks good, that looks good. Calculate. Flaps 5, derated takeoff.
Right,
Select temp 48.
Give us a ring if you need anything.
So takeoff. D-rate takeoff 27,000 pounds, that's fine. Climb selected is good. That'll give us 99.4 and 1 takeoff thrust setting. And select temperature is 48. And takeoff. Go to page 2 first. The runway wind. 120 degrees, 3 knots. I don't think the slope and heading work. I've always done 0 and 0 and yeah, invalid entry. I think that's a Zibbo thing. Okay, page 2 of the takeoff looks good. Flaps 5. You gotta wait for the passengers to get on board before you know what the center of gravity is. I gotta go to the payload page on the EFB. Takeoff weight CG is 21%. Trim 5.5. I think that's about where it's normally set.
Traps Delta 2760, he's making the cross of 10 left on go.
And 154, 155. and V2 is 160. This Dash 900 needs a lot of runway. We have 166 passengers out of 180. It's not hot outside. It's only 20 degrees. We're not up very high, so there's no density altitude challenge. So the maximum takeoff weight is 187.7, and we're at 156.6. We're at 30,000 pounds below maximum takeoff weight. Have a good night, TV. Okay, takeoff performance is done. Weights are in. Weather is on board. Route is done. We'll be going through the departure briefing. So the O'Hare 9 departure off of 26 off of 9 center. GCO Chicago VOR, we have to cross the arc at or above 3,000, so 5.5 miles from the VOR, we got to be 3,000 or above. And then the 8.5, we need to be at 4,000 or above, and the main 5,000, so it's at 5,000 in the MCP. We'll fly runway heading. Runway 9 or center will be entering from Foxtrot 093. That's set. We can set the VNAV now and get our V2 up to target speed up to 170, V2 plus 10, and we'll be heading select for the departure. Wow, I got a couple of deltas beside me. So we're gonna push back onto. We're in a kind of a funny spot here. Back to here.
Ground to cockpit. Plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you are ready.
Okay, everything looks good. We can get the window heat on and the fuel pumps. Do I have anything in the center tank? I do not.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Now we can get the ground surface, remove the chocks, set the brakes. O'Hare traffic, Delta 1477 pushing back from Mike 5 onto the international taxi line. Nose will be facing north.
Okay, all
O'Hare
doors and
traffic.
hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Ready to connect. Okay, anti-collision lights on. The wing light on as well. Good on the right. Good on the left. I like the ambiance of the lighting.
So connected and bypass
the
been
cockpit.
inserted. Release parking brake.
Brake released.
Starting pushback. And you may start engines.
So we'll set VOR 1 to 108.25. And that is good. DME is 1.1 miles. We'll get backs off. And spark up engine 2. Oh, I turned off the recirculation fence. Oops. Okay, let's try that again. Now the packs are off. And spark up engine 2. There we go. %, N2. Fuel switches to idle. Take a look at Gen 2. Gen 2 looks good. We'll accept that. And let's do continuous. And engine 1 start.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Brake set.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
And generator 1 characteristics are good. 2 good engine starts. Disconnect. And APU off. APU bleed off. Packs back to auto. Kill that.
Tow is
And
disconnected and bypass bin has been removed. Hand signal on the right. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
go flaps 5. I love the ambiance of the cockpit. Okay, we got the signal from the ground crew. Wire traffic, Delta 1477 taxiing to 9 Center for Foxtrot intersection takeoff via Bravo. echo. Oh, here. Brakes released. Taxi light on. Welcome aboard, AV. For this flight to Atlanta, we're given the brand new Level Up version of the Boeing 737-900ER aircraft and the -900ER. So, got pretty good hopes for this. The ambiance of the lighting in the cockpit is marvelous. So we're just gonna stay on Bravo until we get to runway 27 left. I noticed so far in the new Level Up is the nose taxi light is not very powerful, but I mean it's good enough. Certainly see where we're going. Use our runway turnoff lights as well. Like we are clear on the left and on the right. Oh, here traffic. Delta 1477 is crossing 27 left at Bravo. Oh, here. Yeah, I love the ambiance of the lighting. The overhead panel looks phenomenal. We shall see how the systems work. So far, so good. The ground physics feel good. I like how the aircraft doesn't just roll away on engines idle. We are in the Dash 9, so Dash 900, so it might need. It's obviously heavier than its smaller siblings. We gotta get down to Foxtrot. We'll be crossing runway 4 left shortly. We are clear on the left. And ask one of the passengers in the back if we're clear on the right. They said yes. Air traffic, Delta 1477 crossing 4 left at Echo. O'Hare traffic. So Foxtrot is going to be the third right. It's 9,200 feet. Gonna do a minor. I'm sorry to hear that, James. Hope you're feeling, get well soon. Hope you're feeling better. We had to do a minor adjustment to our takeoff numbers here. 149 and 149 on the V speeds. So we're just going to hold short of Foxtrot here on Echo. I forgot the intersection takeoff calculation, so okay, that's good. The rest of that's good. Flaps is all right. Trim is obviously this center of gravity and the trim are okay. And we got 149 on V1, 149 V2, rotate, excuse me, and V2 155. We are clear on the left. Oh, here traffic, Delta 1477 lining up 9 center from Foxtrot. Oh, here traffic. Whoa, what's this guy doing on the runway? Not making any announcements? Pretty wild. Although they do that in Europe a lot.
I'm so sorry. I thought I was talking this whole time. My mic was not plugged in, so I apologize for that.
Yeah, no worries. We'll be out here shortly, Delta 1477. You scared me when I looked over there.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Okay. Let's get out of this guy's way. Toga. Stay on runway heading
400.
Flight level change.
1000.
Okay, we're over 3,000 and before the 3.5 mile DME on the VOR, so the departure's clean. Go autopilot.
To go.
Continue the climb, there's no one under TCAS. 10,000. We'll head 180. Speed up to 250. Flaps 1. Direct Kaminsky. Execute. LNAV. Flaps up. And VNAV. Got traffic on our TCAS. Continue to 15,000. Lights on. Well, so far so good with the level up. Was able to do a heading select takeoff. Takeoff performance seemed really sharp. Managed the direct to Kaminsky real nice. Long may this successful test continue. Absolutely love the ambiance in the cockpit with the lighting at night here. The overhead panel looks phenomenal. Don't need to hear CTAF anymore. Unfortunately, it's probably unlikely we're going to see, probably unlikely we're going to get any ATC down to Atlanta. Seem to be, we'll just go up to our cruise altitude now. 360. Cleveland Center's up, but we won't be entering their controlled space. Memphis is up. We'll actually be slipping right between the two of them on our route. Sounds are really good. Quite pleased with the sounds. One thing that's a bit disappointing is the, and this is actually a carryover, I think, from the Zibo, is saving your configurations is, well, I would say a little bit hit and miss. Yeah, 215. Take a look around. I mean, to be fair, the renderings in the cockpit are absolutely outstanding. The ambiance of the cockpit at nighttime looks remarkable. Kind of dreamy looking. What kind of beer do they have? Tuborg. I think I've heard of that. Cali looks pretty good. Nothing super special about the cabin. It's quite good quality, actually. The seats are quite well detailed and rendered. Not that bad at all. Got the in-flight entertainment screens. I'm doing this to see if the sound changes. And the sound is, I don't know, it's kind of changing maybe. Can we use the bathrooms? Nope. It's pretty well done. We'll just zip down the corridor here. You know, I was just looking at that AV I was just looking at that. The cabin lights are quite bright. It wouldn't be in the PA system. Wouldn't be fuel and balance. Obviously not avitab. I don't know, unless they have a panel. Unless there's a light control panel in the galley. I didn't notice one. No. That's cool. Does that work? Can't see any way of adjusting the lights at all, cabin lights in the EFB. And I'm pretty sure there's nothing on the center console, the overhead, or around the screens that would do that. They are kind of bright. It's kind of like the Tolus ones are. Tolus cabin lights are crazy bright. Even at level 2, they're like, really? That's just the chart and the map light for the captain. Can't interact with any of the circuit breakers. Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing. Is like, how can I adjust these lights? They're super powerful back there. I don't think the Zibbo has that option either. Cockpit lighting is absolutely phenomenal. I love the overhead. Exterior sounds are pretty good. Not much of a buzzsaw, to be honest with you. Of course, you do have the option under the configure and customize audio equalizers. We can see what the engine sounds are like. Honestly, I always put my engine sounds up to maximum because, you know, that's kind of what I like. The wind volume, particularly at the speed we're doing right now, the wind volume is going to make a good bit of difference. I wish the mouse scroll wheel would give you the option to change. You can only cycle them in one direction. But so far so good. Level up. So far so good. Yeah, the takeoff felt real good.
To go.
You know, at some stage I'm gonna have to put it through some hold procedures. Not tonight, unless it's required. But just to test out all that stuff. Yeah, from cold and dark startup all the way to cruising altitude, it has been a really good experience so far. So thumbs up to Level Up on this one. Of course, this is the -900ER. I haven't tried out any of the other variants. Yeah, I'm excited to check all the other variants out. got traffic about 80 miles ahead of us. Thousand feet higher than us. Top of descent is at 0509 Zulu. So 35 minutes from now. I would do some more shots of the outside, but it's nighttime and we can't really see it very well. There are an awful lot of lights on the outside of the Dash 900, eh? Wow, look how many lights there are. It's like they have nearly 4 wing lights, maybe more. That's crazy. I don't think the Dash 800 has that. I've never noticed that many lights. Lights everywhere. I know. If anyone knows why there are so many lights on the Dash 900, do share your knowledge. I'd love to know. Love to know why there's so many lights on this airplane. Heading down into Atlanta. Winds are out of the northwest, so it'll be almost certainly runway 26 right. 26 right, I believe, is active. 26 right and 27 left are the active landing runways. Let's check this. Arrival. Actually, winds have now moved and they've died down to only 3 knots. 2703 knots. Runway 26 right is closed. So there you go. You'll have to take 27 left. IRL. ATIS in Atlanta. 26 right is closed. So let's just switch this up to 27 left then. And how the chart's going to look. Yeah, after Hydra, we're going to have to branch off to the southern route around the airport, ending at Uri. And 27 left. 108.5, course 275. Take it from Silva. We'll take it from Silva 108.5. Course 275. Just synchronize my heading here. Heading select. Chipper from Matthew. Going to ILS 27 left from Solva. Execute that. Let's run through those points on the plan mode, plan view. PC specs, Aviation. I got the AMD 9800 X3D. I think it's the Ryzen 7 with the 5090 RTX. I don't remember how much RAM I have, but I think it might be either 32 or 64. Maybe it's 32. Chipper at 13,000. Get rid of that chart and get rid of the 26 right chart. Chipper at 13,000, 250 knots. I think, what is it, rig? Next constraint after chipper is, oddly enough, there actually isn't, but we'll stay high for the departing aircraft, as we'll be kind of crossing through their flight path. Potentially. Back to nav mode, LNAV. So it looks like we are going to clip into Memphis Center. .132.550. Pocket City of VOR. Yeah, Memphis Center went offline. Not to worry. Who needs centers anyway? What are folks saying on Discord about the Level Up airplane? Or airplanes? I haven't really been following. I'm sure it's gotten positive reviews. We'll see how it behaves on the landing. The previous Level Up versions had the landing flight model, approach and landing flight model. The plane behaved, the attitude of the plane needed to be almost nose down, which was kind of insane and a big deterrent from using the plane. So I just went back to the Zibbo. So hopefully that landing flight model characteristics in this version have been remedied. That would be really good to see. 68 miles from top of descent. Actually, looking at a arrival time in Atlanta of 5:39 Zulu. That's 39 minutes from now. Anticipating fuel quantity at Atlanta remaining 7.1 thousand pounds. And excuse me, zero fuel weight 140, so 147.3 for the landing weight, 147.3. Estimated landing weight was 147.5, so we're right there in that neighborhood. Winds are super light in Atlanta, so it'll just be a VREF plus 5. Take flaps 40, giving us a V approach of 146 knots. Alright, so the first altitude constraint on the arrival is chipper at 13,000. Get that ready. At 250 knots. I'm not really familiar with the Dash 900, so not familiar with its flight characteristics. I'm sure it's really very similar probably to the Dash 800, but we'll see how it behaves on the descent. See how the energy management will be on the descent here. Right, 9,000 foot runway, most likely exit on November 2. And take Tango to cross 9er left, and then I don't really care what gate I'm going to pick. The flight mode annunciator is saying retard. And as the throttles go to idle, we're on VNAV path. LNAV is still engaged. Throttle has gone to armed. Thinking auto brake 1 should be enough. So let's see how this does. So the descent is target speed Mach 0.87 until 279 knots indicated. Okay, as now transition to 279 knots, our rate of descent is going to get much more shallow than it was. Winds are 310 at 6 now in Atlanta. That's for 0452 Zulu, so it's pretty new. Temperature 25, 29904 on the altimeter. Basically VMC all the way. CTAF is 1910. That's ready. Missed approach procedure is to climb to 1,500 and then make a left turn, continuing the climb to 4,000 on heading 265. And the inbound Romeo Mike Golf VOR radial 165 to Dutty and enter a left-hand hold. I believe the avionics have the missed approach procedure points. Let me just check that again. Yeah, it certainly looks like it is. It's in the Scion. So there's the missed approach. 1,500, then making the left turn, heading 265, and then onto the intercept to Dutty. And go back there. Where's the hold? There's the hold, okay. Alright, the descent performance has been really good. It's the VNAV path has been pretty much tracked right on the money, and airspeed is just a tiny fraction higher than what the target airspeed is. See, the autopilot is just lifting the nose almost in synchrony with trying to maintain the lower airspeed. So once we do get the chipper, we are going to stay at 13,000, probably all the way to Eagle. We want to stay high so we don't cross paths with departure aircraft. .29904, the new altimeter setting. might as well go and enter that now. So I guess a big challenge for the VNAV here is, will the autopilot be able to make it to 250 knots by chipper? Because we do have that speed constraint in the FMS. I'm gonna have to speed brake this. We're not 10 knots over targeted descent speed. Thrust rating has now gone to... There's something wrong with the speed brake here. Oh, that's quite interesting. Okay. Yeah, it got darn close to the 250 knots. That's a win for Level Up. Flight model coding there. What's up, Malachi Allen? How are you, man? Welcome back to the channel. If you've just joined us, you picked a good time. We've completed our initial descent into Atlanta. I'm going to to stay at altitude of 13,000 feet for another few minutes until we make our final descent and approach into runway 27 left. It's busy today. It hasn't been so busy on VATSIM, but that is all okay. We're grown-ups, we can manage ourselves here too, you know? I appreciate everyone tuning in to experience the Level Up brand new version 2.1S, I think it is, of the Level Up Boeing 737-900ER series of aircraft. And from my perspective, it is so far has been a resounding success for Level Up, and I'll probably be toasting to them, provided the landing flight characteristics, provide those characteristics have been improved from the previous version. But so far it's been amazing for a bunch of folks who are working on this, putting it out there free of charge. It's absolutely remarkable what they've done. Looks like we have an aircraft that has departed Atlanta, climbing out. They've made a left turn to the south away from us. And we have the airport in sight. Begin our descent to 10,000 now. And flight level change. Let's see how the flight level change works. So on the approach into runway 27, Silva is the initial approach fix at 7,000. I suppose now is as good a time as any to switch over to the Atlanta CTAF.
1,000 to go.
I think it's kind of funny, the pilot monitoring, the voice for the pilot monitoring sounds unbelievably like somebody I know. It's actually kind of freaky. We'll get these fixed landing lights on. Altitude hold on the flight mode annunciator. And we are on the mode control panel speed. And we are LNAV. Would have been nice if there was a synchronized heading feature, but I guess there just isn't one. It's okay. Atlanta traffic Delta 1477 is level with the field on a left downwind for runway 27 left, leaving 10,000 for 7 Atlanta traffic. I watched Vintage's stream, Maliki, on I think it was 2 nights ago. He did Beirut to Rome in the Caravelle. It was really cool. Go flight level change. Gross weight is 140.2, so we'll actually be a little bit heavier than I think our estimated landing weight, but no change to the VREF speed. Little cloud layer here. Yeah, 27 left is a DME capable ILS.
To go.
Don't see any traffic in the area, so we'll just actually continue our descent and make our base turn earlier than the approach chart would otherwise want us to do. Pull our speed back to 200 knots. current heading is 296, so we will match that and go to heading select mode. Heading select green. Atlanta traffic Delta 1477 is making a left turn onto base for runway 27 left. Atlanta traffic. We'll heading 100 or heading 360 will be good. And we'll go flaps. Go straight to flaps 5 actually. ILS DME 20.1 miles.
1,000 to go. Left turn onto final. Let's see, 300. Go and arm the localizer. Localizer is established. We will arm the glide slope. "17 miles out. Glide slope capture looks like it's working. Pull our speed back to 190. Just want to see how the airplane behaves. Okay, it's looking like it's bleeding off the speed a little bit. To 180. Atlanta traffic Delta 1477 is 12 miles out for runway 27 left. Atlanta traffic. I'm probably speaking to nobody. It's unbelievably quiet in VATSIM today. Actually, it's preserving its airspeed quite well actually. 10 miles DME out. So, gear down. That was a nice sound. Interesting Interesting depth to the to that sound clip. We'll slow down to final approach speed 146. Go flaps 15. (2,000 feet). Flaps 25. Flaps 30. Flaps 40. That'll be final, of course. There's no more flaps after 40. Not seeing the wind vane on the navigation display, so it doesn't feel like there's any wind happening. Atlanta traffic, Delta 1477, short final, 27 left, Atlanta traffic.
1,000 feet, stabilized, miss approach altitude set.
It's so freaky, the pilot monitoring voice literally sounds like my mate. I want to keep the nose up a little bit. We're off at November 2 as we wished. Atlanta traffic, Delta 1477 vacated 27 left. Taxiing to parking via Tango and Lima, Atlanta traffic. I would say the landing physics. Thank you, Michael. Appreciate that. Yeah, the landing physics, the flight model, the whole characteristics how the plane felt on the landing was actually really good. Atlanta traffic, Delta 1477 crossing 27 right, Atlanta. You know what, I would raise my glass and toast this accomplishment by the team at Level Up. I'd say it's a resounding successful flight. Everything went really well. The night lighting in the cockpit looks incredible. Couldn't really see the fuselage very well on the outside because it's nighttime, but maybe check that out tomorrow. Yeah, the performance of the VNAV and the LNAV and everything was absolutely flawless. Study level payware kind of stuff, you know. Fire up our APU here. Maybe there are some things about the exterior sounds I would like changed, but you know, sounds are very subjective. I mean, they're highly subjective. It's kind of a matter of what people like to hear and what people don't like to hear. I thought I started the APU. Got low oil pressure warning. Okay, APU is starting up. Warning light has gone off. Actually, that's to be expected. So what did Volanta have us at there? $50 FPM. You know what? Different hooks into X-planes telemetry. Different ACARs can give different readings. Do we have the APU available yet? APU generator, yeah. 400 hertz, 113 volts. We will take that. Strike down the engines. Seatbelt signs off. Yeah, absolutely nothing bad to say about it. Only good things to say about it. Hats off to Level Up. The Dash 900ER is performed really, really well. It was a really enjoyable flight. I'll be sure to drop a note to the team in the Discord that the 9ENG is rocking. Get ourselves out of there. See if we can roll back. Roll back the replay here. See what that. Gonna get some sound fidelity here as well from the exterior. I don't know. Oh, that's nice. It saves the. Not quite. I thought it nearly saved all of the exterior light switches states and the saved all of them except the strobe. I think we're close enough to get the full soundscape there. Come on, give me 27 left, runway. This is usually a good soundscape. It's pretty good. Sounds are pretty good. Personally, I would like the upper register frequencies a bit more coming through. It's quite dominated by the lower frequencies, but anyway, listen, this was a resounding successful test flight for the Level Up Dash 900ER. My guess is that if the 900 is like this, then the 8, 7, and 6, I believe, or is it just the 8 and the 7, are probably going to be just as good. So that, yeah, that bodes very well. Super excited to test the rest of them. Do the 800 tomorrow and graduate myself down the chain of the variants to however low that ladder goes with Level Up. Thanks everyone for joining. Hope you enjoyed it. I certainly had a lot of fun doing this and sharing it with you guys. We shall see you on the next one. This was an impromptu stream, so the next one will be scheduled in advance. Cheerio for now.